Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Dawn here. So we are back because we have the gorgeous new collection from Julia. So yesterday I did a card for you. So this is the card, and as you remember, so I still love it. It still makes me giggle. So today the plan is we're going to do a puppet show. So that is the plan. Now I have printed out my lovely gorgeous images again. So we have the our four giraffes, which are all super funky. But instead of ink blending with the orange and yellow, I've got a selection of my distress inks in pink. I've actually got some archival as well, which I might get out, but I've also printed it two lots just in case I do something wrong. And then we also have our accessories, and we also have our sentiments, which are just absolutely fab. So the plan is, let me just grab the archival in pink because I think that would be a nice bright pink, if I remember rightly, and I should have two. So yeah, so I've got Rose Madder and I have Pink Pony in my archival, so we'll try them out. I've also got Victorian Velvet, I've got Tattered Spun Sugar and Milled Lavender. So that's what I've sort of picked up. So I'm going to just grab a couple of blending brushes. We are going to grab a piece of paper because, as most of you are aware, I keep forgetting. So this is actually what I used on the card, so we are not wasting. And you know what, we could even use that as a background. That would be quite fun. Right, okay, let's start with, so I'm going to start with my Tattered Rose first. So very similar to how we did the other ones. If you haven't watched that video, what we did is we just went in just a few patches, but we came in from the outside so we don't get any like really big blocks of ink. So we're just doing a few. So that is the Tattered Rose. So let's do the Victorian Velvet and then bring that in just like this. And yeah, so the cardstock I'm using is just 160 GSM. It's all that will go through the printer. So I've tried with higher ones and it just doesn't want to feed through because it's annoying. Right, now I'm going to use Milled Lavender. So we may need to strengthen these up. Actually, I think we are going to strengthen these up. So I'm actually going to use cardboard packaging because I think that would be really cool. So coming in with the Milled Lavender, and then the very last one is our Spun Sugar, but I don't think it's going to add much to it. Actually, I think this might need a re-inking, so I think I might actually have to buy the re-inkers for that. I love that colour. Right, I'm actually going to try, just because I want to add, yeah, so some bright pink elements. So this is a nice bright pink. So really I'm just going in with all of the different pink inks that I have and seeing what we can get. And I'm loving, absolutely loving her. So there, that's a darker colour, so maybe the archival ink's probably the one to go for. Right, okay, so I've done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same with the other four giraffes, and then I'll come back once I fussy cut them. I'll probably add some pink details. So where all these are, yeah, I will colour them in with the pink pens. Once I've done that, we'll come back and we'll start putting it together. Okay, so I'm back. So I just need to finish this one off. So here they all are, and I've even put them on some sturdier card. Don't they look so cool? So what I thought I'd do though, because let me just smooth that off just slightly, is what I thought was I'll show you how I did the eyes. So we're going to put some mirror card just underneath the eyes so it represents the sunglasses. I did that on, I've got another one that I did. Here he is. So they are, which is really cool. So I thought I would come on and show you how I did that. Let me put some of this stuff away, because would you believe it? Yep, I am so unorganized today. My room needs a really good tidy. So yeah, okay, right. So all I'm going to do is I've just got my craft knife, and I'm just, now use a ruler if it will help you. I'm just cutting along the edges on the inside. Now it doesn't matter if we get rid of some of that black, because we are going to go in with our black markers. And I think that this blade might be ready to be changed. So just like this all the way around. I'm going to do that to both sides. Please be careful, because this is sharp. So yeah, so again, I'm just going to cut along. So this is a self-heal mat that I am using, although you can see all my scratches and stuff, but luckily I don't think you can see it in the camera, so it is fine. But yeah, so this is how I created his glasses, because this is our Gerard. Right, okay, so then the next thing that I did was where's my glue? Let's use this one. So is just pop some glue all the way around, and I'm wanting it quite close to the edge, and just extra everywhere. I'm just going to use my finger just to blend that in, because I don't want it to sort of go over onto the glasses part. So if I just sort of smooth it out, then hopefully it won't leak. So just like this. Just trying to work out what Quincy is doing, because I might have to go and give him a hand because he's wanting something. Right, and then we just stick that on like that, and voila, glasses. And then the last thing, actually let's take that off, because we haven't done, oh no, we're gonna have to leave it on for now. I'll be back in a second, sorry about that. Right, so yeah, I'm going to come in with a black pen. So I'm using a 0.8 pen, but just use what you have. I'm just going around the edge of the glasses, just to darken that frame. And I'm also putting a line just inside those glasses as well. Normally you would do this before you glued it in, but because I was trying to work out what little Quincy was doing, so he had lost his bone. Okay, and then the last bit, and we're just really making his glasses just that bit a bit thicker, so it stands out more. Now you don't have to do this, it is personal preference. So I'm just doing this because I like the bold black line around his glasses. So yeah, and just last little bits. Right, and then what I'm going to do, so instead of using glue on the back of this, what I've used, just, there we go. Right, okay. So what I've done is I've just got my tape runner, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover the back in my tape runner. And the reason why I do this rather than glue is because it's a better stick than what it would be if I use the glue. So when you cut around it, you can have some gaps, whereas with this I'm making sure there are no gaps. Then, but again, it is personal preference, it's what you want to do. And then I have this bit of grey board that's come off a 12 by 12 piece of card, 12 by 12 paper pad, and then we're just going to stick him down just like that. And then the last thing to do is to cut him out. So I always bring in my big scissors first, and get rid of most of the paper, and then I'll come in with my smaller scissors, so just like that. And then before this sticks all completely, yeah, there we go. And then I will reuse that for Singhouse. We'll use that for dimension. So yeah, where's my scissors? There they are. So, and then now it's all just about fussy cutting it out, and just like this. So, yep. And then I do cut some bits off, because when you've added the card on, it is quite tricky to get in those delicate areas. Now when we come to these, the eyelashes on him, I'm not going to fussy cut them out so that they're small, because they will fall off, especially if we are using this as a little puppet show. So I think I'm going to give this to my nieces. I think they're going to love this. And then so yeah, now for the base of the box, where the puppet show is going to be, I'm just going to see what packaging I've got from any orders that I've had or anything, and let's see what we can sort of come up with, because that's going to be the thing. Now you could use a cereal box. Unfortunately I don't have any cereal boxes that I can use. Or you can use packaging, or you can make your own box. It really is entirely up to you on what you are doing. So, okay, nearly done. Last little bit. And then let's cut across there. Okay, so there we have it. There is our giraffe. So we have managed to do all 4 of our giraffes. Make sure that's, I didn't think that was stuck down. Let me pop the glue in. That's because I put that sheet of paper on. Okay, so there's that bit. Yeah, that bit. So it was just that one bit, I think. And just in there. So you need to make sure that everything is glued down correctly. There we go. Okay. Right, so this is what we have. So these are our puppets, which we're going to put onto sticks, yeah, onto lollipop sticks in a moment. And then I do have this heart, which is going to go on a lollipop stick, because I think that would be quite cool. And then what I'm going to do as well is I have some of the accessory sheet. So we're going to do the mirror, and I'll put a piece, so I'm just going to do exactly the same as what I've done to that. I'm going to do to there, and then I'm going to colour these flowers up, and then we'll put these onto lollipop sticks as well, because I think that'll be quite cool. Now I'm going to have it so that they come in from the top, so the lollipop stick will be able just to sit behind there, although I could use these to build the scene up. So I think we're going to need quite a few, so I might have to print some more out, but yeah. So I'm going to go off camera now. I'm going to colour these up, and then I'm going to find a box, and then we will build the box. I'll do the lollipop sticks with yous, but yeah, so it's going to be really fun. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I have this box that I got from for the Tonic Craft Kit. So, and it actually works out really well, because what I thought was, let's just see, we can cut a hole in this top bit here, and then cut a little bit in here, so a slither, so that we can pop the puppets in, and then put a film of acetate on here, so that nothing, so then we can actually use it as a box to store the things in as well. So I thought that would be quite a fun idea. So all I'm going to do now is, let me grab my ruler, and what we're going to do, actually I best check to see if these, yeah, they will be big enough to go in. so that's quite cool. So all I'm going to do is we're just going to draw around. Now I am going to paint this box. I'm going to decorate it up because that'll be fun. So we're going to have it so that it's, if I leave a ruler's width, I think, and just along here, so then we're going to have quite a nice border. So what's that? So do 4 centimeters from that side as well. So let's do that. And then what we'll do is we'll cut this out. Yeah, and go from there. But I'm really excited to see how this is going to look. I'm actually thinking as well that I might bring in another stamp set, because I know our lovely Juliet has. Right, you can't see. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting my ruler on, and it's the perfect width. So I'm just going to pop a line all the way along. So just like that. So I know that's where I want to cut it out. And then, because we don't want to take it all out, I'm just going to draw a couple of lines there, like that. So I know that that's the bit that I want to take out. So let me grab my craft knife. So we're just going to, please be careful with this, because like I said, your craft knife is sharp. So we're just going to go all the way along. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. Yeah, because this is just where we are going to be putting our our puppets in, once we put them on the lollipop sticks. I think it's going to turn out fun, and then we can keep the box and use it as a storage for it as well, which I think is quite cool. So that's where the puppets are going to go. So we'll pop so what I'll do is you'll pop the puppets in there, and then you can move them around. Okay, try not to drop everything. Then we're just going to do the front. So I am going to use a ruler because I want this to be quite neat. So let's see how well I can do this. Okay, so there's one side, and then so let's do this side. Yeah, I'm not going very neat on this at all. Oh, we've gone in, that's all right. I thought I'd broken my my blade then. So yeah, please do be careful when doing this, because like I say, it is dangerous. Okay, let's do the same on this bit. So just like this, and then the last section, which is just this bit. So again, make sure to try and keep it as straight as I can, which actually I'm going to say is proven to be a bit hard. Okay, right, there we go. So that is our box all like ready and done. So I'm going to keep these because we can use them in other projects. So what I really like is that once we put the lollipop sticks in, they'll go in the top like that, and then you can move them around. How cool is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to come in with my black gesso, and what we want to do is paint the whole thing with black gesso. So let's, yeah, had water on my brush, so I was just sort of getting rid of the water. Okay, so just going to go all the way around like that. So you don't really need to see me paint this. So what I'll do is I will continue to paint this now, and then I think we'll come back while this is drying, and we'll pop all of our little elements onto lollipop sticks. And then the last thing that we're going to be doing will be to decorate in here to make it a scene, and then from there we will stick some acetate so that yeah, that we can actually use this as a box to store things in. I know we have that hole up at the top, but yeah, it's still nice that this will be covered. So yeah, so I'll paint all of this black and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. It's actually the next day. I have painted this all up in black. Now I can't find my acetate to put on here, so we're going to have to leave that. But what I thought was to decorate the outside, I would bring in the gorgeous papers from Julia. So using some of these flowers, so I'm going to fussy cut them. I even quite like these diamond shapes as well, and maybe pop some of them on. So that's what I'm going to do with them. So I'll do that off camera. So let me just pop that over to the side, because what we can do now is, so these are all of my images. Now some of these are going to be for the background, but the ones that we're going to actually keep for our to put on our sticks are these ones. So I have made them quite hard. Like I thought it'd be nice to add a cloud in or a flower in. I thought that would be quite nice. So what I thought I would do is we'll do that first. So I have some lollipop sticks here. So I've got two different sizes. I've got some really big ones, and I've just got your normal size ones. Now you can just use your normal size ones, but because I have these ones, I'm going to use these ones for the main, like for the giraffes. So all I'm going to do, let's move all my little bits and pieces around, is I am just going to stick them on like that, and I'm just going to use my my glue to do so. Now we don't want it too far down because we want it to have enough room on so that we can actually control it while it's in the box. So there we are. So just like that. So we need to leave that to dry. Then I bring my box back in. What we can do is, there you have it. We have a little puppet. How cool is that? So that is what we're going to do. So let's do it to the rest of them, and then I thought it'd be quite nice to do it to the mirror. But for the smaller ones, I thought what we'll do is we'll just actually do the smaller sticks for them instead of the bigger ones. So let's have it that way. And again, we're just going to stick it on. I have put a bit too much glue on, but it will dry, so it's fine. And then we have it, so we can use that as a prop. Again, I want to do the same to these. Now I was going to jazz up the back, so I thought, and I'll do that with you guys. So I'm going to go, I want some green card stuck out. So we're going to get some green cardstock. We're going to put some grass in. We've got our branches and stuff already made up from the accessories, so we'll add them on. I've got a few clouds and flowers and stuff, but we're also going to add some from the paper pack as well. So yeah, how fun is this? But you could use whatever you wanted for this collection, like to make this a puppet show. It doesn't have to be these. This is just, as soon as I saw the images, I wanted something really, really fun. And like I said, I was seeing my nieces in July, so I'm going to gift this to them. It is actually one of my niece's birthdays at the end of July, so I think yeah, I think this will be quite a nice little present for her. So yeah, I think they're going to love it. I think they're going to find it quite cool. Right, okay, so there we are. So I'm just going to let them dry like this. Okay, so now we do have a few of the accessories, so let me grab some of the little sticks. So let's pop this heart, this flower, and this cloud on a stick, just because then we have just a few accessories to go with it. Oh, there's all sorts you could sort of do with this. I might actually print out one of Julia's houses as well and put that on the back. I think that would be awesome. Actually, I think, yeah, I think we'll do that. I'll have a look for a house to pop on. So, and we want them, you want them so that they sort of dangle down like that. So with these, they are all fine. And the dogs are starting, so it is early morning. Lady! No! Lady! Let's hope the water works. Right, now I'm going to leave them to dry. I'm going to go and fussy cut loads of elements from the paper pad, and once I've done that, we'll come back and we'll decorate the box. Yeah, so I won't be a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I actually started fussy cutting, and I have to admit, I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn the camera back on because you're actually missing my thought process. But as I was going through the Curious Wonders paper pack, we already had these gorgeous houses in. Now, how funky is that? And then when you grab one of your, look, how cool is that? Isn't that just so fun? So I thought, why not use those houses instead? So all I've done is I've fussy cut one sheet, and then I've cut this sheet in half, and then I've just fussy cut out of these. Now, because of the straight edge there on the house, I've actually just, I'm going to chuck that behind so it looks like it's a street behind that one. And now I also have this from the Toadstool Tots. Let me just move all of this. I had loads of stuff planned, however, yeah, it's just my head is absolutely swirling with ideas, so excuse me. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to roughly sort of fussy cut it, so I'm not paying any attention to make sure that I get really close lines, because yeah, as long as it looks okay, that is the key. So because I thought this would be quite nice as well. Now I only have this one. I do have some more in order, because I did, so today is the day that so this isn't going up until the end of June, but because of the ideas that I had, I thought I'd better get started early because it could take me quite a few days, and then with editing and stuff. So today's the day that our lovely Julia launches her Toadstool Tot collection, which is super exciting. So I have ordered myself some more of this paper because it is just absolutely gorgeous. So if need be, I can always come back and add some more bits to it. Quincy's trying to get out of my craft room, but he is so silly that actually, you know what we could do? Let's chop that in half, and how about we pop it on the outside of the box like that. Oh my word, how cool is that? So I'm liking that as it is there. Let's have a look. Right, so I've got these diamonds as well. So these I was thinking that would look really, really cool going around the box. So I am going to take more care of fussy cutting these out, but I thought they might turn out to be quite a nice sort of yeah, frame for the box, because this is going to be for two small children, so they are 4 and 5, and yeah, so I'm wanting it to be nice and colourful and inviting for them. But I just think this is such a fun idea, and especially with us all being in lockdown as well. Like I say, I'm not going to be able to see them until probably mid-July. So it's after this release, so which is good, but I thought it'd be really nice to give her for her birthday. I know we're coming out of lockdown. Well, we are coming out of lockdown as of today. What happens in the future, nobody knows, unfortunately. But I know that the weekend this comes out, my husband turns 40. So yeah, so I thought, right, okay, I'm definitely going to have my hands full. So I'll get all of my little projects done quite early. So yeah, at the minute he's so funny because he keeps going to me, he says, at the minute I'm in my late 30s. I'm like, yeah, but only just, like barely in your late 30s. He goes, well, I still tick the bracket of 35 to 39 or 34 to 39, whichever bracket he keeps saying. I went, yeah, but you're soon going to be in the old man's bracket, aren't you? So yeah, we've been winding him up at the last few weeks, which has been quite funny. Yeah, he's just old now. He's having a midlife crisis. He actually went to Tesco's with my daughter the other night, and while he was there, he saw a green jumper that he bought. When we come home, he said, "Do you like my green jumper?" And Lucy turned around and said, "Yeah, it's his midlife crisis jumper, Mum." Oh dear, so funny. I'm sort of like being quiet because I don't want him to hear that I'm telling you guys all of this. I don't think he'd be too happy, but yeah, so funny. But he just has to embrace it, doesn't he? All right. He is looking forward to it though. We're hoping that we can socialise a bit more. I know we're allowed up to 6 people in the garden, which is awesome, but then it'll all depend on weather. So either way, we're going to probably do some Zoom calling and yeah, get people involved that way. So it'll be fun. Right, okay, nearly got there. Just this last little bit. I do have another 3, like, but what I was thinking was, how cool would it be actually if I chop that off there for this side, and then we can have that just dangling there. Then we have this bit and we'll keep this bit as the longer bit actually, and that can go there like that. Yeah, what do you think? I like it. Right, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. So what I think I should do is actually, because I was thinking of painting putting some bright colours onto the box, but I'm really tempted just to leave it black because of the fact that how awesome do they look? I mean, they stand out beautifully. Let me grab these accessories that I had. So let's move them over here so that we can actually get at them. And then, because what I thought is I could stick, so the branches coming in from either side. There was one more somewhere. Or am I imagining things? Oh dear. Right, no, I think there was there 3? Did I do 3? I'm trying to work out if I did 3 or not. I might not have done. And then we do have our gorgeous flowers. So I do have 2 of them. So I know I have 2 of them. So I might pop them in on there like that. I do have a little cloud that we can pop up there. I have another flower here which could just sit on the front, just like that, but we do want it so that it doesn't sort of catch it, because we want it so that it stands up on a table. And then we do have a couple of hearts as well, which I think could sort of just sit up in that corner. So just something like that. Oh, and I have a mushroom as well, so I think just to add a bit more colour over to that side, let's add the mushroom. So there we have it. Right, let's get this stuck down. I think that's the best thing to do. And then I think we're just about there. How cool is that? Right, I'm just using my Anita's tacky glue for this. So let's get all of these pieces stuck. But I'm loving it. I hope the girls do love it. I think they will. Yeah, who wouldn't? Okay. Right, so just popping glue all over because we don't want any of this to lift up. I know with the stuff that's on the back, we do need to make sure that that is stuck on all the edges, because when we're popping in the puppets, we want it so that they don't catch and rip the pieces off. Otherwise it's just going to ruin it. So yeah, So those inside bits are really important on how we stick them inside. I will have to make sure I get all of the edges. Right, I need to let Quincy out because he's been his usual silly self. He doesn't realise all he has to do is actually push the gate. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's realised. Good boy. Right, okay, so that's them. Right, now let's get some glue on this. Now I know all of it's not going to be covered. I can't believe I cannot find my acetate anywhere. But I did the very silly mistake of tidying up at the weekend. And that I shouldn't do. Because every time I tidy up, yeah, this happens. So yeah, I always lose something. So if I do find it, I will stick it on. But actually, I think it's quite nice without the acetate. So yeah, so it doesn't matter whether I have it or not. So that can just be like an optional extra, I think, can't it? Right, okay. Let's add the mushroom. Yeah, I like it on that side. So, okay, just like that. I'm thinking that I don't want the flower over there. Maybe on that side. Yeah. Okay, let's pop that down, and then let's pop in this leaf as well, just like that. And I do have a second leaf, so let's pop that second leaf in as well. So just like that. Okay, so there we have it. Right, so that's the front bit all sorted. Look, see, I did have another one. Yeah, maybe pop that in there. Right, perfect. Okay, so let us pop on our cloud. And remember, we do have another cloud, but that is going to be one of the props. And I need to make sure that these are well and truly stuck down. So there's that bit. So I'm just going to work my way from the top all the way through to the bottom. I have to admit, this has been such a fun project to do and something completely different on my channel. So I really hope that you've enjoyed it. And you know, and if you've got grandkids or small children, this would be so fun. Like I said, I mean, I will leave links to where you can buy everything that I've used. But you don't have to use what I've used. You could even just, yeah, use what you have at hand. And really, it's just to use any box that you have. You don't have to use this size. This really is just what I had on hand. So but just make your puppets you know, for that size box. So if they need to be smaller, then do smaller images. If they need to be larger, then you can do larger images. But that would be really cool. A really, really big box one. That would be amazing. But I wouldn't be able to film it because it wouldn't fit on my screen. So, oh, come on. I can't quite get in to sort of push it down. Right, let's move these a second. And then what I'll do is I'm going to stick this, oh actually, let's stick this one down. And then we'll stick the houses down. And then let's have a look at our puppet show. I think it's going to be amazing. The other thing I'm thinking of is actually popping on their names up here. So I'm going to go in my stash and see what letters I have. Yeah, I think that would be really, really cool. So let's get all of this done. So I'm making sure to go right up to the edges, not too much because the glue will leak out. So let's just, there we go. Right, actually, you know what, I'm going to use my cloth because if any glue leaks out, I don't want it to stick to my fingers, and I want it to be sort of wiped straight up. There we go. Oh, and try not to ruin any of the other bits in the process. Right, and then the last bit is this bit. So let us do that. So again, making sure plenty of glue around those edges because we do want them to stick really, really well. And then, yeah, this bottle's really hard to use. I much prefer my art glitter glue. Right, okay. And then again, I'm going to pop that in there, and then we're going to get my cloth. And this is just because if I get glue onto, which it is coming out, which I had a feeling it would, it's the cloth is going to get the glue, not my hands, and I'm not going to stick it on the paper. So I'm sorry if my head's in the way. I'm just trying. Please don't look at my roots. There we go. Okay, so that's all nicely stuck down. Last bits is we're going to put this flower down. So just like this. And again, using my cloth to do it. Oh, I did have so much more that I was thinking of putting on, but I think sometimes less is more. I think the houses that I've used have sort of actually just done everything that I've needed them to do. They've given it an amazing background, and then this gorgeous paper. Thankfully, I had enough. Right, I'm going to pop that there because that looks really nice there. Okay, so that is it. Now I don't know whether or not just to add in one of the little giraffes sort of hiding somewhere. What do you think? Sort of playing I Spy. I quite like the idea. Because we could sort of have them yeah, you know what, I quite like that. I like the fact that, yeah, let's do it. So, and then I'm going to get another couple out of my stash that I've already coloured in. And I think we'll do the same. We'll have it so that they are peeking. So I think that'll be fun. Right, where are them? Oh, just up here. Okay, let's have a look. Right, we want the smallish one. Oh, definitely going to have him hiding somehow. Oh, these are all really big ones, so I didn't do very many small ones. But I think, yeah, we're going to use him, but I'm going to have to cut him because I do. Oh, this is so mean. Yeah, I quite like, let's get rid of his neck. That might be enough, I think. What do you think? Oh, there. I'm thinking that, yeah, we'll do it there. Right, okay. So let's pop him under. So he's just sort of sneaking out like so. Right, so there we are. I like that. I like that look. Right now, let me see if I can find some stickers. So they are numbers. I did have some really nice ones. Okay, let's have a look. Must be something in there. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh no. No, so I don't do. Right, let's have a look in here. So this is my sticker box. Let's see what fun things we have in here. Because we might even just have. Oh, we do have some silver letters. Right, let's have a look. Because there could be something. Oh, do you know what? I might add some of those clouds in. Oh, I'll have a look at them. Let's have a look. Let's see what we have. Right. which I think is all you can do. Oh, we do have big gold letters, but I think I prefer the silver letters. Okay. Don't think I have any others. No, right, okay, so I think, let's have a look what's in here. So I'll pop them down there. Right, okay. So A, N, N, A for Anna, L, E, A, H. Yes, we can. So we can do it with these pink letters. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll put Leah and Anna, because Leah is the eldest. So L, we'll have that glittery one with the butterfly. L, E, A, and H, just there. Now, do I have an and? We do have an and on that one, so I'll use the and on that one. So let's get Anna. So, and A, N. Oh, come on, off you go. I don't want it to rip because we don't have many. And an A. I hope they love this. I hope they love it actually as much as I love it. So, and then let's grab one of these ands and just pop it there like that. Right, oh, there we go. Right, sorry about that. Getting carried away. Right, now last thing that we've got, we have these stickers, and I think that we should definitely add in a couple more of these clouds. What about a rainbow as well? What about, oh, I don't know, I don't quite like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. However, I do like those two hearts. So I'm going to pop those two hearts on as well. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we need to add anything else to our puppet show. So let me tidy up my desk. We'll come back and we'll have a little play. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I am back. Oh my word, I've just had a little play. It is so amazing. I'm so pleased with it. Right, so this is it. And we've got our little hidden giraffes here. So I know this one's Gerard. Now I've added a few extra ones. So let's see if I can have a play while on the camera. But how cool is that? We have a snail who can sit in the tree or fly, because it doesn't really reach down on the bottom. Never mind. The rainbows that I couldn't decide whether or not to put on, we have on sticks, so they can have their own rainbows. So they have one each and they have one snail each. We have our mirror, so we can pop our mirror in, and yeah, the giraffes can look at themselves. I did have a play with my husband and he started laughing at me because I couldn't think of anything to say. So when I get to it, I'll show you what I said, which was quite funny. So we can have floating clouds, and if you give me 2 seconds, no starting, you can wait. So I just showed her the bottle. Let's hope it lasts. Excuse me. When Mummy's back's turned, it does not mean that you start again. Be good. Okay. We have a floating flower, as you can see. Hi, lady. Right. Do you know what? Should we bring out the secret weapons? Where's Quincy? Quincy gets his first. No. There you go. And then we also have our little heart that actually got stuck onto something. So let me see if I can get that off. So we've got our little floating heart. And then we have all of our giraffes, which are super, super cool. So, I went I put it in like this, and I was playing, and I went, oh, look at me, I'm a giraffe. I really couldn't think of anything else to say. But oh my word, how, let's do two. Let's do two. How cool is this? Like, I mean, I want one for myself. Like, how cool is that? That is just so fun and funky. And that is going to keep a little kid entertained for hours. It's just so fun. Hang on. Let's put the other two in. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to have so much fun playing with this, because I've got it for about a month, so I'm going to have a play. I should do like a little video, shouldn't I, of the giraffes talking, but that is so cool. So cool. Anyway, yeah, I will stop myself from being really, really chirpy and really, really happy. Oh, look, it even shines like a mirror. How cool is that? Oh, it's reflecting onto the onto the ceiling as well, so we'll pop that under there. So yeah, so that is what we have created. So I've just used an old box. That is all that I've used. We've just cut a hole out here. We've cut a hole out at the top. So you can use any box that you want. Just print out your images to the size that you need for your box. And you know what, these papers, I cannot believe how well they go with everything. So both sets of papers that our lovely Julia has created have gone gorgeous. We've got this lovely, lovely little pan here, and then we've got all the houses, and I just think it's fab. My nieces are absolutely going to love this, and they're going to have so much fun with it. And not forgetting our wonderful card. Let's just, how cool is this? I still love it. So yeah, and we have our wonderful card as well. So I've got a little lady to the side of me. She's wanting more treats, but I don't actually have any more treats on my desk. So yeah, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I will leave all the links in the description box below. Please do go and check them out, so that you'll be able to get this collection. It is, no, wait. This collection has got 15% off using the coupon code that I do have in the description box, so please do go and use it. Yeah, and honestly, like I say, I have used very little supplies. I've just used a box, and I've used the images, I've used my inks to colour them. So yeah, honestly, there's so much fun in this collection. I love the giraffes, and I love the fact that I thought outside of the box this month as well. But as soon as I saw them, I wanted something really, really fun, and this is what we've come up with as well. So like I say, there'll be a link for Julia's shop in the description box below. Go and also check out our lovely team. So there is a couple of other ladies here on YouTube, so do go and check them out. I think there's another 3 ladies, 4 including our lovely Julia. So we do have a new lady to the team who's absolutely awesome. So we have the lovely Angela. Do go and check her out. Please do also go and subscribe as well, because she is new to the team. She's new to YouTube itself, so let's show her some of that love. Let's see if we can get her subscribers up and get her channel moving, because she is a fab, and she's got so much different advice on there as well. She's been doing alcohol inks and how they work on different mediums, which is, I found, absolutely fab. So yeah, and she's got a couple of videos up for using some of our lovely Julia's digi stamps as well. So yeah, please do go and show her some love. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I've got my hand out to stop Lady from parking. She's desperate for more treats, so I might give her some more, only because I'm in a good mood. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a long one, but you know what, I've loved this, and I can't wait to see my nieces' faces when they receive it. They're gonna absolutely love it, and hopefully it'll bring them plenty of hours of fun. But yeah, that is it for now. Until next time, stay safe and happy crafting. Bye.